Hello and welcome back to my library. I'm your host Kate, and in today's video we are setting up my reading journal for October. Buckle yourself in, grab a beverage of your choice. I'm going with Earl Grey tea today, and get cozy because this one goes for a little bit. And I have been asked to do a voiceover, so that is what I am going to do. My vibe for this one is vintage October Halloween vibes. So I have these beautiful sticker books. I use one more than the other, but you will see that. And they just gave me all the cozy vintage Halloween vibes that I could find. I do have a collection of washi tape. I don't use all of them, but I do use most of them, so buckle in. And then, of course, I have my classic paper, which I hardly use. Well, no, that's wrong. I do use that. I have my book pages from a book that was damaged. Don't worry, it's already fallen apart. Some vintage looking pieces of paper. I also have the Happy Planner holiday edition, I believe it is, and I end up using the autumn section of that. So here we are, starting off strong. So I looked on Pinterest and I found some examples of the idea that I was kind of looking for. It was kind of more of a scrapbooky, vintage looking things. And yes, don't try to use double-sided tape on these pages. It does not work. I end up switching to glue, as you can see. Anyway, I looked on Pinterest. There were some cute examples. I did find, though, a lot of them just had so much on the page, and I struggle with having too much on the page. Like, it annoys me if there's too much on the page. I like just the right amount. Otherwise, to me, it's just a hodgepodge, and it just doesn't work. There's no point. Anyway. Ramblings aside, I ended up going with kind of a classic idea of what I normally do. So like separated book pages, but I used those stickers, as you're about to see soon, to really set like the overall idea and the vibe that I was going for. Now I live in Australia. Halloween is not a thing here, but for me, Halloween is something that I have always loved. It probably started off with Harry Potter and the Halloween within that, and has just continued out into my adult life. So I am blaming Harry Potter. I am blaming the worst witch, because that was my love before Harry Potter, and it's just gone from there. Let's be honest. How many times am I going to say let's be honest in this? Who knows? I did get this beautiful antique bibliophile book from my aunt, which is Sam's aunt, which is now my aunt as well. Thanks, Auntie Claire. And I have been looking for a reason to use it. So I am setting up kind of more of a antique vintage Halloween aesthetic within this, a little bit more reminiscent of old postcards more so than just your funky Halloween, like my boo sign, which is from WASHI Gang, hanging in the back of this image. But I found some beautiful stickers within this, and I did go through before setting this out and tabbed some sections that I wanted to use. So I sat down with my annotating kit, I don't know what you want to call it, flags, book flags, page flags, and tabbed out some ones that I really liked the look of. This witch was like the first one because she just went with like that red rustic kind of vibes. Just vibing. Anyway, I just liked how it turned out. It kind of reminded me of old Christmas postcards, or what are they called? like Art Nouveau pieces, especially this Witch on a Broom with the moon. I was like, oh, beautiful. I didn't plan for all the stickers to go together. I kind of just went, does that look Halloween vintage, and just went from there. And I'm quite surprised how well the ones from the multiple different sticker books worked well. Like the witch ones and the potion bottles are from completely different books, but I just thought they just matched so well together and just gave me that vibes. Now, I wish that I had done the October writing up a bit higher and maybe a bit bigger, but hey, this is not about perfection. And I really apologize if my dog barking in the background, if you can hear that, because he's decided he doesn't like anyone coming near the house at the moment. So bear with me. Now, even though it is only just become October, I'm already thinking of next year's reading journal and what I'm going to do. So if you have any ideas that you're like, hey, you should really try this out, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be really interested and I'm happy to check them out. I won't guarantee that I'll use them, but hey, you never know. You may see like your idea in a journal. You never know. Anyway, I kind of did like, this reminds me of like scrapbook junk journaling, but less junk, if you get what I mean. It's more layers of stickers. Now, I have tried to draw in the past. I've tried drawing like drawers. I've tried drawing windows, and I suck at it. No matter how many times I've tried, I don't like the look of it. I don't like how it comes out, and I just don't like it on the page. And I want to burn my entire journal when I do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm happy to print out images. I'm happy to use stickers. I'm happy to do like this scrapbook kind of look, but me and drawing just don't get along. I barely write in this. I mainly just record the books I've read and my favorite book of the month. I love sticking stickers to a book. I love making a book pretty. Something that I have always done since I was a little kid. My mum always used to joke about the fact that I would get books, pull them apart and then make more books, because why wouldn't you? I particularly like making books look vintage. It is one of my favorite things. And it's superb and it's superior, and I won't hear anything else about it. In other news, do you like my new mug? I don't know if you can see it fully, but it's like a glass mug. I can't put it in the dishwasher because it does have glitter and it's painted on, but it's got like little ghosties and everything. Oh, it's so cute. I wish you could see the whole design of this section of the desk. I do need to figure out a way to do that. You saw it at the start, like a bit of a scroll down, but I really need to take a photo of how it's looking because I love it. It reminds me of like some old Apothecary kind of vibes, or something from like a fantasy novel. It's just pièce de résistance perfection, and I'm so happy with it. This part I'm not so happy with. I don't know what I was doing. I should have just done it on one page, but I ended up doing on two, and I didn't know what to put in the middle. I would normally do a calendar, but I did not feel like drawing out a calendar. So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, it's something that I did, that's for sure. Now, I've had these like newspaper clippings or like printouts of it for quite a while, and I've never used them because I didn't know what to use them for. I did pick up this one and decided I don't like the clean edges because it just didn't fit. I find you've either got to go full torn edges or full straight edges. It just, in between, does not work as well. I do keep the sides of this one as clean edges, but it works a bit more in this space. Yeah, it's something. I would like to use them a bit more, especially going into like my next reading journal. and the kind of look that I'd like to go. I would like to go like a witchy kind of style, but I like being able to change it up. So I've just got to figure out how to do that. I need to make like a vision board on Pinterest. And hey, plug. But if you haven't checked out my Pinterest, I do have like a collection of inspiration images that I use, as well as I am on Pinterest myself. But if you want to look at some inspiration of where I've drawn ideas from or anything like that, I will leave that link down below for you so you can have a look at my boards. I will start compiling my 2025, oh my God, what the hell, reading journal soon. I'll start compiling images of what I want to do. And trying to do something a little different. I want to have a go at, I don't think they're not Dutch doors, but they're decked edges, I think it is, where you cut out the edges of that section to make it like all within that section. I think that would be pretty cool. So then I'd be able to do like month and then have the pages within there. I don't know if I'm going to keep review pages within the reading journal. I'm not 100% sure. I started off doing my reviews in this journal for this year anyway. I previously have a reading journal that I use, but I just haven't kept it up, mainly because I can't print out images at the moment at home because my printer is broken, but I do want to keep adding them to my reading journal. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do that. I might have to do it a little bit more plainly, or I might have to buy another printer. I don't know. It's an idea, but I do want to keep track a bit more of my reading. I do want to get off social media more. Ironically, being a person who predominantly runs on social media for content creation and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I just not vibing it. Anyway, thoughts, opinions, whatever. In other news, why I'm adding some ravens to this page and just making it obscenely full of things that I won't look at again. I have been doing uni. So for the last semester, I have done the introduction course for teacher librarian, for the Master of Education teacher librarian. And to be honest with you, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not. Yes, I do want to be a librarian, but in the same breath, I enjoy being just a teacher and I enjoy doing this, and I can't do it all. I can't be a classroom teacher, a YouTuber, and a librarian student. So I'm going to give it a break. I've nearly finished the first course, so once I've finished it, I'm going to put it on hold for a while and come back to it, maybe, when I feel like it. Who knows? But I don't want to pigeonhole and burn myself out because I feel like that's what I have been doing. And hey, I already have a full-time job, so this is just extra on top of it. And yes, I enjoy it, but I really, really need to rest because my body is not happy with me and is not happy with the fact that I'm not resting enough. So sorry, there won't be as much content as I normally do in Halloween. There will still be one video a week, maybe some reels sprinkled in there or shorts, YouTube language, but not as much as I normally would. My posting may be a little chaotic. They say that you should post regularly and on the same time and date, but it doesn't really matter. Like analytically, it doesn't matter. I normally would post on a Saturday, but I normally film content on the weekends, and I'm thinking maybe I should change that to Monday, because then in like US or overseas or Northern Hemisphere time, that's still the weekend, so you still have time to watch it. So that's what I'm thinking. If it doesn't work out that way, it doesn't work out that way. I'm not setting it in stone, but anyway. Back to this journal spread. So I do the title page, and then the next page is always read or read, whichever way you want to read it. Ha 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 ha, pun intended. This green washi tape was actually a freebie from WASHI Gang, and beautiful. It worked with the vibes so much. Anyway, I record on here the books that I have read for the month. Just so that I can go back through and go, hey, I read this, instead of having to flick through Goodreads going, at what time did I finish reading this book? Or like, you know, it gives me a bit of an idea, and especially overdoing it over multiple years, my trend in reading and when I'm reading more or when I'm reading less. Obviously, I read a bit more when it's not boiling hot outside and when it's not freezing cold, I've discovered. So, you know, it's good to look at the trends and look at the data as it goes through. But yes, for this month, when we're talking about this month, I do have 2 books that I really want to read. Well, they're my book club picks. The first is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood, I believe it is. And the second one is My Roommate is a Vampire. I can't remember the author. I'm sorry. Anyway. I do have a gigantic pile sitting next to me, though, of books that I want to read. I will do that as a separate video of like a TBR of books I want to read this season and why. Some of them are just because they've been sitting on my shelves for ages, and other ones it's because I want to work out whether I want to keep them or not. Yeah. I do want to film these as reading vlogs, and I'm currently in the process of doing one right now. And I think I'm going to make it a week-long reading vlog, just to not only show like a whole week because I'm on holidays at the moment, otherwise it wouldn't be a whole week, show what I can read, but also encourage myself to actually read. I find when I do a reading vlog, I tend to read more than if I'm just, you know, plodding around the house, because I'm like, oh, I'm doing a reading vlog, I have to film this. Otherwise, I don't do it. Yeah. Is anyone else like that? Like, if you're a content creator, are you like that as well? I am going on a book buying ban. I'm holding myself to that. I'm not purchasing any more books. The books that are arriving at my house recently are ones that I purchased months and months ago in, when was it? July? With my tax return, I ordered them all and pre-ordered a heap. So they're slowly dwindling and turning up to my house, but that will come to an end soon. So I'm hoping to do a no buy or minimal buy. I don't know. I don't know, like till Christmas at least. I have my husband's birthday coming up, and I have Christmas, and so much. But that's a bit of extra ramble for you. In other news though, not much. My husband and I have decorated for Halloween, and by husband and I mean me. I do want to do some extra like embellishments in the house, so I'd like to do some more shelving in that, and I have bought them. I've just got to actually do them. But I have an assignment due on Wednesday. It's currently Monday, and I'm only not even halfway through, so I need to do that before I do any renovations. So that's my bribery. Is once I have done my assignment and handed it in, then I can put up the shelves that I want to, and the ones over the TV and the ones in the bedroom and all that kind of stuff. So that's my incentive to get stuff done. Otherwise though, we're slowly ticking away at things. We did get new lounges. My mum and dad were getting new lounges themselves, so we got their old lounges, and they are amazing. I cannot believe we lived so long without good lounges, and I'm glad that we got good ones now, because I do actually want to sit on them. This red page ended up kind of being like a love kind of Halloween kind of look. It was just going with whatever stickers. I was like, they're kind of likewise. I did find the girl in the right hand corner, her skirt with the numbers on it reminded me of a typewriter, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. that's why that's there. A lot of the time when I'm journaling, I just go by color scheme. So does the color scheme go well together? Sorry, that's crooked, I know. Or I go by just overall, is it foresty? Is it like vibes? You know. I'm not that adventurous when it comes to journaling as much. I do want to get better at it. That's why I film these things, and that's why I keep doing it each month, because each month that I do it, I find I learn something new, or I do something new that I'm like, hey, that's really cool. But other than that, I just pull along. It is a slow process. I did add an extra page to this reading journal. So this next page is going to be both haul as well as wrap up. And then I add a third page. So I normally don't add a third page. I normally leave that for when I'm doing reviews, but I wanted to add something extra because I had this big sticker that I was like, oh, I have to use that, and if I don't, I'm going to be so upset with myself. I could have used it in my new journal, but that is completely fine. I still need to figure out what I'm doing. It keeps making me, every time I look at this, I keep thinking, what am I going to do? Maybe not dark academia. I could do like apothecary kind of vibes, because I like to set up the journal with like the initial kind of style that I want to do throughout the whole journal. So like this one, for instance, is like torn book pages with brown paper, a bit of writing, and a lot of stickers. So that's kind of what this one's like overall kind of idea is. The next one, no idea. I'll probably look at the cover and decide from there. But yeah, again, if you know, let me know in the comments. That's very helpful. And hey, if you're still listening to me ramble on about my life or what I'm doing and going within circles, leave a little like bat emoji down below, because bats are amazing. It's freaking bats. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate that you're still listening. I'm probably going to leave you here because I've rambled on for so long. It's a bit ridiculous. And I'm just going to play some Halloween music. So yes, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining me in my library today. It has been a pleasure having you visit, and I hope that you drop in again soon. Bye.